Bueno, me encuentro con el señor Brien Foerster, quien es sin duda el mayor experto que hay en el mundo en torno a los cráneos alargados, elongados, que se han encontrado pues prácticamente en todo el mundo. Es aparentemente, y de acuerdo a los descubrimientos y las investigaciones, una costumbre que se tenía hace 2000 años. ¿Por qué? Esa es la pregunta. You have also been studying the so-called megalithic cultures.
That's right.
Tell us about it.
Well, what we know in Peru and Bolivia is that there are megalithic buildings and other structures which would be very difficult to make today. So there's no way that cultures such as the Inca, who were a Bronze Age people, could have manufactured the megalithic works. They must be much older.
It must be that something happened like 10, 12,000 years ago. What do you know about that?
Well, we know scientifically that at the end of the last ice age, about 11,900 years ago, there was a global cataclysm that devastated the planet. And that is what caused the oceans of the world to rise by at least 100 meters. Some geologists believe in 2 weeks or maybe even less. So that would have devastated any ancient civilization.
And do you know why this happened?
Yeah, there are many theories, but it seems to have come from space. It could have been a comet. It could have been plasma energy from the sun. It could have been an emission of energy from the galactic center.
And you have found that right at that time there were many civilizations flourishing on different parts of the earth.
That's right. Very, very advanced people, especially in Egypt and the highlands of Peru and Bolivia. And that's probably where the concept of Atlantis comes from.
It was real, Atlantis?
Not by that name, but I think it's a description of an ancient, very sophisticated people.
And they had elongated skulls too?
We don't know. The problem is that since the sea level rose by 100 meters, many civilizations' work is under the ocean right now.
And they disappeared?
They disappeared or they migrated to different parts of the world. Again, Egypt, Peru, Bolivia, and possibly in Mexico.
The Mayans, probably?
The ancestors of the Maya, the ancestors of the Olmec.
When will you know if these elongated skulls are really human? Because it's an incredible possibility. I mean, you have the hard evidence in your hands, and you have these creatures that really existed, and they don't look human, even though they could be human.
Well, they definitely do not look normal human, and most of the skulls have been bound using some technique, but there are a small percentage which are so complicated in design that they look like nature produced them, not people.
It's probably that some of these are not from here?
It's possible. That's what the DNA testing is looking to find out.
You are open to that? Because many times scientists, when they come close to this possibility, they just like to go away from it.
They do, but they're afraid that their fellow scientists will make fun of them. And I'm, like you, I'm independent. I make up my own mind based on the evidence, not based upon what my friends or colleagues have to say about it.
You're not afraid of them?
No.
And what do they think about what you are doing?
They largely ignore me now because anytime they attack me, I present them with evidence. And it's up to them to look at the evidence and then come back to me, and they don't.
And they don't want to do it?
No, they don't.
It's really incredible what you have been doing. And we wonder if you would present this sometime to the Mexican people.
That would be my pleasure.
Are you thinking about that?
I would love to.
Thank you very much, Brien.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Bueno, pues es una investigación verdaderamente extraordinaria la que ha venido realizando el señor Brien Foerster, ya que pues se trata de una cultura que seguramente pudo haber sido influenciada por la visita de otros seres. ¿Qué piensa usted?